We are starting with number 11, Awake the Harp. There are a lot of issues with this piece. It's a lot of fun, it's a lot of work, and there's a few tricks. So if you bear with me, we'll work through with just the piano and me singing right now. I'm singing 2 octaves below you. There are a number of things you have to cross out or make notations on, considering that you're singing the small notes only. You're not singing any of the large notes when you have the option of a large and small note together. The very first instance of this is the second measure. You have the first measure, 1 awake the harp, 4 1 the lyre awake, 4. So on that word awake, you'll see there is a quarter note on the word wake. You're going to sing that, and you're not going to sing the falling 8th note. Same thing on the next measure. Go ahead and cross through the very first big note, because that is a small rest for you. So, one more thing on the top of page 37, measure 4, you are not going to sing the dropping 8th note. So, all of your first 4 measures sound like this. 3 and 4 and 1, awake the harp, 4 1 the lyre awake, 4 1 in shout and joy your voices raise, in triumph sing the mighty Lord. So what I've done, I don't know if you can see it, I've taken my pencil and I've crossed through this little note, well, the big note rather, the 8th note. I've crossed through the 8th note and I'm observing the big note. I've crossed through the next big note on the word lust. I've crossed through the dropping 8th note here for erschallen. We're not singing the German, obviously. And that should make it a lot clearer. See, I've crossed through all of these unneeded notes that we won't be using because we're singing the English. So one more time from the top. 1 and 2 and 1, awake the harp, 4 1 the lyre awake, 4 1 in shout and joy your voices raise, in triumph sing the mighty Lord. Okay, pretty easy opening. You can see, of course. You'll notice that goes right after that into the fugue section. The fugue subject starts with the basses. So that is the first statement of the fugue subject. The tenors pick that up a 4th. And it's important that you learn this because the tenors are singing exactly what you sang down an octave. So why don't you sing that up the octave and I'll sing down the, well, probably 2 octaves. For he the heavens and earth has clothed in stately dress. Couple things. Again, we're going to not, whenever we have the word stately, we're not going to sing stately as it sometimes looks. We're going to just take our pencils and cross through the separate t of stately, so it'll make sense as we go along. You're just going to gloss over every small t when it's separated, stately. We'll never sing that. We'll sing always stately. So one more time on your statement of the fugue subject, which begins on your measure 17. For he the heavens and earth has clothed in stately dress. So you notice I just sang stately. So at measure 19, what I'm singing is a dotted quarter on state, on stay of stately. Stately dress. I'm sorry, I take that back. I'm singing it as written, but I'm just getting rid of the word to. Stately dress. So you're just going to be crossing through the T crossing any notes. Going on, jump to one of your more difficult passages on page 40, measure 32, beginning with the last beat, 1 and 2 and 3. For he the heavens and earth. Let's learn just that again. 1 and 2 and 3. For he the heavens and earth. Now we're going to break it into little chunks. That's the first chunk. The next one has clothed and stay. Has clothed and stay. One more time from top of 40. For he the heavens and earth. Next one has clothed and stay. Now the next part is just stately dress. Think of it as this. Stay. Let's learn it that way on measure 35. Stay, 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 stately dress. So from the top of 40, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. He the heavens and earth has clothed in stately dress. Sorry, I didn't get a brush. One last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. He the heavens and earth has clothed in stately dress. All right, going on. This next part jumps around a bit too, so let's learn that. Letter C, bottom of page 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. For he the heavens and earth has clothed in stately dress. Let's just speak that first. 3 and 4 and for he the heavens and earth has clothed in stately dress. One more time, letter C, just speaking, 3 and 4. For he the heavens and earth has clothed in stately dress. One last time, now we're going to sing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. For he the heavens and earth has clothed in stately dress. Make sure that you observe a D sharp in the last measure. Stately dress. You've had D naturals up till then. One more time. Letter C. 3 and 4. For he the heavens and earth has clothed in stately dress. Going on, top of 41. For he the heavens and earth clothed in stately dress. So at top of page 41, first of all, you're going to observe the small dotted quarter on earth. You're going to cross through the next G. I'm looking at measure 41. Here's 40. Here's 41. I've crossed through the G natural and I'm observing the small dotted quarter. Earth has clothed. So from the top of page 40, for he the heavens and earth has clothed. Do that, just that much. For he the heavens and earth has clothed. We are using Old English. Clothed. Now the next one, you'll notice on the top of 41, last measure, which is 42, there's a little grace note E natural. We're just going to make those 4 equal 16ths. Stately dress, in stately dress. So last up, the pickup to measure 42, the last measure on the top of 41 is in stately dress again. I'm sorry, 1 and ready, go. In stately dress again. In stately dress again. In stately dress. So top of page 40, here we go, the whole thing, all three measures. 3 and 4, for he the heavens and earth has clothed in stately dress again. For he the heavens and earth has clothed in stately dress again. For he the heavens and earth has clothed in stately dress. The next part isn't too hard. Let's skip to the top of page 42. These running 16th notes are very easy to learn. They're all stepwise. So it's just a scale pattern. Again, just that much. Going on. The whole thing. Again. Again. Okay, the next one is just a set of upper neighbors. That's all you need to learn because it just goes up by steps. Let's learn that whole thing. We're still on stately. I don't want stay. Just think of like stead. Instead. Think of the word instead. When you're holding the vowel for stately, it should more sound like an E than an A. Here we go. Measure 52. Again. Again. The whole thing from the top of page 42, measure 50, which is the running eighth notes. Again, from the top of page 42, measure 50. Ready, go. Again, sorry. Ready, go. That's pretty much the whole piece in a nutshell. Let's go ahead and plug in the orchestra from measure 5. Awake the harp, the lyre awake, in shout and joy your voices raised, in triumph sing the mighty Lord. 1, 2, the mighty Lord, the mighty Lord. 2, 3, 4, off. Bass entrance of the fugue subject. The heavens and earth. Listen to the tenor. Sing with the tenor. For he the heavens and earth has come in stately dress. 1. Here's your part. Ready, go. For he the heavens and earth has come in stately dress. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For he the heavens and earth has clothed in stately dress. this was a very long video, and what we'll do is we'll do a separate rehearsal video so that you can do it over and over and get it up to speed. Alright, thanks. Have fun learning it.